Are we live, baby? What's up? It's probably another bad idea, but here we are. Attempting to do a live stream. What's up, guys? Please tell me this is okay quality. I'm doing it on my laptop. I'm glad, baby. Looks pretty good. Well, it don't look so good though. Okay. Oh, too close for comfort. Is that better? Dun, 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 dun. I need some lights. I can do that. I can do that. I can do that. I got the means. I got the power. Wow. I got the lights. We also might be limited on what my camera on my laptop can do as well, too. So it's probably not going to be very good. See if this makes it any better. Nah, that just wrecks it. Now you got to see this in my... That better? Maybe? All right, what's up, you guys? So let's hope the last time we did a live stream, it was very bad. Like, so glitchy, so bad. And now we're doing it from my laptop. Connected to my little MiFi cellular thing, and connected to that cell phone tower that's right there. So we should be good, right? If we go by past live streams, because I'm close to a tower doesn't mean shit. Well, I did a live stream today on Facebook. I've never done a Facebook live stream before, and it was interesting for sure. Sorry, guys, I'm just like, we got this. We got this. How's the new van going? The ambulance is, we're not doing anything with it right now. It's, it just, is Cruz still sleeping? Cruzy. Cruzy. Hey, buddy. What's going down, bud? So the ambulance just got a clean bill of health from the mechanic, and the mechanic guy is just going to be doing a few leaks. It's got some leaks. I guess the top of the thing's got some leaks on it. It's got a leak from the oil pan. So he's just going to replace some of those things and or tighten them down and see if they hold. But other than that, the ambulance is not, there's nothing happening with it at all. I know a lot of people have got this whole thing a little bit confused, thinking that I bought it to move into it to sell this one. Not the case. Not yet. Not the case. So that project, it just kind of happened. Like, I didn't intend, I wasn't looking for another vehicle. It just kind of came into my lap at a time where I'm like, okay, this could make for some fun content. So it's going to be a slow process. So it's at the mechanic now. I'm hoping to pick it up from the mechanic next week sometime. He's really busy and backed up. Then I have to pull the top windows out of it. I don't know if you guys seen in the video, those cracked windows. I found a company in California that can remake them. So that might be a 2-week or a month or 2-month process. I don't know how long they're going to need them to remake them. So these are the kind of things that are going to happen with the ambulance that are going to make this build a very long one. So my plans with it yet, I don't know. I have no clue. It kind of just happened. No intentions on just buying an ambulance, and all of a sudden now I own an ambulance. Now what? I think it's going to be a fun one though. What was for breakfast? Coffee. It's about the extent of my breakfast here this morning. My Bigfoot 6.0 diesel is out. Heads off. Getting bulletproofed. Wicked. How's the view? We don't really have a very nice... Cruzy looks very cute right now, though. How's the view, buddy? He's like, it'd be better if we were outside in the view. Sorry, Cruzy, we got to work a little bit, okay? Is that okay? Can we give these guys maybe an hour? Are you cool with that? He is not impressed. Maybe? Mean mugging. You got me scared over here, buddy. Have I ever been up to Terrace, BC? Yes, I have. No offense if you're from Terrace, was not a fan. I DJ'd in Terrace once, way back when. If you're from Terrace, I DJ'd at Spirit Bar, which is a very long time ago. If you're from Terrace, you know. I DJ'd at Spirit Bar, and then I flew out from Terrace back to Vancouver. I was doing a little bit of a tour at the time. Terrace was the last stop on my trip into Alberta and BC. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan, and I was there last year. So, sorry, was it last year? Yeah, last year, the beginning of the pandemic. I traveled all the way up one side of BC, down the other, and I even stopped in Terrace on the way through. Yeah, it was just a weird. Yeah, it's probably there's lots of beautiful areas around Terrace, but I was not a fan of the town, the actual town itself. How are the gas prices up there? Right now here on Vancouver Island, gas is $1.50 per liter. $1.50. Think about that. So if it's $1.50 here, that means Vancouver is probably about $1.60, $1.65 per liter. I don't know, but it's $1.50 a liter here. It's very expensive, man. We've always had high gas prices anyway. Yes, Prince Rupert is much more beautiful. I was in Prince Rupert. That was one of those times when I didn't run my camera, because I do take in some days on my travels for myself, because those travels, when I go to those places, you guys, I'm out there gathering content and making videos for YouTube. It's kind of all just, it's like a business trip. And sometimes on those trips, I take days out without the camera. And it just happened to be I was in Prince Rupert without the camera on. I did share some of that stuff with Patreon, but I didn't make a YouTube there. But it's super nice out there. I was in Montreal the year before last. I love Montreal. The reason why I love Montreal is because there's so much graffiti. And I remember the video that I made in Montreal. I was like, finally, a city that gets me. So covered in graffiti. I loved it there. It was great. Is it cold out there? No, yesterday was 22 degrees Celsius. Kim, thank you so much for the love. I appreciate that. Cruzy. Kim gave me money for treats. He didn't care. Just watching people walk by. Hey. Kim right there gave you money for treats. He's like, yeah, well, give me the treats. It's money, buddy. I got to go buy the treats. He is such a character. Terry, thank you for that. I just bought a Ford E250 Transit van. Sorry, a Ford 250 Transit van. The build begins. Wicked. I drove a brand new Transit van that J5 Custom Vans bought. Whew. That thing drives so good. Joe, thank you for the love. But that Transit van has quite the view from the front, like the big, tall side windows. The front window was so long and big in it. The only thing that scared me about the Transit So fair warning, if you're going to buy a Transit or you own a Transit, the very first time those windshield wipers come up, they'll scare the crap out of you. My windshield wipers are like little ones, like beep, 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 beep. The ones on the Transit come up, they're like, I was like, huh, what just happened? And they come on automatically. So the second it gets rain on the windows, like boop, they just turn on. I'm like, whoa, it scared me, man, because those windshield wipers are big on that thing. That was funny. I remember when I came back and I brought the van back to J5. I'm like, dude, those windshield wipers scare me. He's like, yeah, they come on automatically. I'm like, no, they're just huge arms. It's a big window, though. Did my sound dampeners work on the wheel well arches? No. Yes and no. Yes, it did reduce the road noise on the wheel wells, but it still gets cold because they're like a tar sort of thing, and I multi-layered it up there, but still the cold does transfer its way through. It made it better, but if you're looking at completely insulating it, I would suggest that sound deadening stuff was great to just dampen it a bit, but throwing a layer of insulation over that, I think is a good idea. I didn't do anything back there. It's fine. It works. It does the trick. But yeah, it depends on what you're looking to do. I mean, in those cases, it's just easier to just roll some insulation over it and you're good to go. Would I put sound deadener over top of my next wheel well if I were to build another one of these? Yeah, probably. This stuff was just fun to work with. You know, one of those products that was super satisfying. Why can't I enable notifications for your videos? Well, it depends on what you're watching. All you do is like on the video, below the video, you'll see a little bell. Click that bell, turn on all notifications. If you don't see that bell, then you're probably on a device that doesn't show that bell. Oh, Mark, what's up? Now I know your last name, Mark. I didn't know that. What's up, Jeffy Bear? Jack Country J, thank you so much for the love. You and Chrome inspire me and my pup Sophia a lot. Wicked. Cruzy, did you hear that? Cruzy. Oh my gosh, my dog. Am I going to get a lowrider? No. I live in a van. Where am I going to keep the lowrider? Maybe one day down the line, I'll find a place that I absolutely fall in love with and I'll put a shop there. I don't know. As a rate, heck no. That scares me, the thought of like sitting still. No. I always joked about buying a old Chevy short van or something like that and building it into like a summer cruiser, you know, like a lowrider that I can cruise around in all summer long. Just like leave this van behind and take the lowrider out for the summer cruises. But yeah, maybe that'll be the next project. Maybe after the ambulance is finished and we sell it, maybe that's when I will buy the Chevy short van and we'll do the lowrider one for the next one. Who knows? Cruz is in full ignore mode. He's got that celebrity status. He's like, Cruz? Mr. Cruz? Sir Cruz? Prince Cruzy? Your Highness? Oh, you can answer to Your Highness. Really? He's a cat, Dad. Your Highness. I am not going to start doing that, just so you know. That is not going to be a thing. He's looking at me like, oh, yes, it is. You're going to call me Your Highness from now on. Your Highness. His ears perk up a little bit. Oh, good times. Your Highness needs a treat. Yep, he's got a bowl full of food back there. He'll get a treat after he eats his food. You guys are awesome. Thanks for all the love, you guys. I'm just reading some of the comments here. So good. I just got home and saw people behind my car discussing my I sleep around sticker. Nice. Nice you got that sticker. That's pretty cool. So we're revamping some of the things that we're doing. And I'm gonna, because we have stickers and stuff that we sell. And I was talking to Madison the other day, my assistant, the girl that sends out the stickers for me. And we were talking about some of the stickers that just don't sell. So we're going to be discontinuing some of the stickers or only making some of the stickers available in sticker packs, which is what most people buy anyway. So I think this is going to be a sticker that we're going to discontinue. This is like whatever's left we have. I think we probably have like 500 of these left. We'll probably just keep them in sticker packs. But we're in the midst of redoing a whole bunch of stuff. Because I have my new design. I wish I had the shirts in, but I have that weirdo army one that just came out. Woo, I'm super excited for some of the new designs that we have coming out. So what we're going to do is we're going to discontinue some of the stickers that aren't really selling and then bring in some of the newer stickers like the weirdo army one, which I think will do very well. And a few different ones we have on the go. Sir Craziness. That's about right. Of course I love my dog. You kidding me? He's my homie. He's my sidekick. Couldn't imagine life without that guy. There's the second person asked me about gas prices in Canada. Pretty good. On the bright side, we have gas. I've seen lots of little memes and stuff kicking around about the American gas situation, that whatever was happening. We have gas. That's a good thing, I guess. Wherever you do will I ever do a skydiving video? Probably not. I don't know. I don't think I could do it. I seriously don't think I could jump out of a plane. No. I'll pass. I'm good. I might do, I don't know, seeing that, and then I think about doing bungee jumping, because there's some great places over here on the island to go bungee jumping, but I'm like, well, what if I pull my back? Knowing me, with my back situation, what if I pull my back and then no. So you get a little older and things just don't bounce back as easy. Where you going, buddy? What happened? He just jumped off the seat like something scared the crap out of him. You could do a mock dive with your drone. I'm in for that. Gas prices, $2.67 US. I filled up both my vehicles yesterday. So $2.67 US. Hey Siri, how much is $2.67 US in CAD?
$2.67 is $3.23.
So $3.23 Canadian. And that's per gallon, right? So hey Siri, how many liters in a US gallon?
1 gallon is 3.7.
So 3.79. Do you remember what that thing was? 3.7. So if gas here is $1.50 times 3.79, that's $5.68 Canadian per gallon. Hey Siri, what is $5.68 CAD in USD?
$5.68 is $4.69.
So $4.69 Canadian is what it would cost us to put a gallon of gas in. Is that Canadian? I don't remember what I asked her. Whatever, you get the point. It's ridiculous. Gas here is very pricey. Mountain biking anytime soon? I kind of would. I would love to, but the problem is that because I don't really have a trail dog, so him running along the van with me is not an option. I miss my mountain bike, though. I've been a mountain biker. I spent a few years on the trail, and I miss my bike. I do. But with having a dog in the van, I don't like the idea about leaving him behind while I go mountain biking for a few hours. That scares the crap out of me. It's my little bro. But I think maybe if I were to ever down the line get a larger vehicle, I might buy myself another mountain bike. You know what I mean? And on those days, just find a puppy sitter so I can go out and ride. I really miss it. I'm not putting a trailer behind this thing for a regular everyday drive, forget it. Holy shit, Darren's like $10.87 Canadian per gallon in the UK. Nice to know that we have pretty good gas prices here in Canada. And just when I thought it was crazy, that's insane, bro. Whoa. Put cruise in a basket. We're talking about like mountain biking, not like a nice leisure trail down the dike. I'm talking like riding up the mountain and shredding it down, doing some downhill riding. That's the kind of mountain biking I like. Put cruisy in a basket. Cruisy, put cruisy in a basket. Wow, man. That's crazy, the price of fuel in the UK. Wow. I will never bitch about gas prices ever again. That's nuts. So nobody's complaining about the quality of this feed. Maybe the key for me to doing live streams from now on is to do them on my laptop. Because anytime I've done them on the app, on the YouTube app, it always kicks me out, kicks me in, kicks me out. So far, we've been rocking it for 21 minutes and not a hiccup, which is pretty great. Huh. Crazy. Sorry, guys. Some people rubbing their gas prices in there. Average $1.29 liter in Toronto, which is cheap. Like cheap gas here on the island right now is $1.50. Did I get a rear locker put in my van yet? No, I haven't. So that's my delay right now on my vehicle is my locker. So when we did the Welltech Designs lift kit in here, a part of the lift kit was supposed to be doing the re-geared differential to handle the bigger tires and the rear locker to go in all at the same time. So when I left the shop, I was ready to go, and then to do the front winch and stuff as well. But because of some delays we had, the wrong locker was ordered and we got it. And then turns out ARB has no idea on when they're going to get stock on the locker that I need. So we had to source out a different brand of air locker. I think it's, I can't remember the name of the brand. J5 has been taking care of that stuff for me. But I heard that the new locker is supposed to be shipping out within the next week or so. So as soon as the rear locker comes in, it'll be going to the differential guy, which is going to re-gear the rear end, install the locker, and then I'll be bringing the differential back to J5, and he will be installing the new diff inside of the van and wiring everything up and hopefully doing the front winch at the same time and allowing us to be able to hit the road a bit, because that's why we're anchored here right now and I'm not going very far, is because we put bigger tires on this van, and with a rear end that's not geared lower to handle the larger size tire, my van's a bit of a slug. It drives good, it does the usual, but if you hit a hill anywhere, it's like, whoa, it just bogs right down. So we're waiting for that stuff to happen. So hopefully it'll come in the next couple of weeks or today. Today would be great. Please, locker, please come in today. Am I going to be heading east? Absolutely not. I will, if I'm doing any movement this year, I will be staying in this province of British Columbia. There's travel restrictions and stuff going on right now. I'm hoping the travel restrictions will ease up by the time the end of the long weekend comes, which is the end of this month. I'm hoping, because I think that's why they put in the restrictions, was for the long weekend that's coming. So they just kind of like lock down the movement a little bit, and usually when that happens they'll ease it up afterwards. That's pretty much what they've done the last year and whatever. Do you have new plugs and wires that really help my van? So I heard a tip a while ago that it's a good idea to change your plugs every few years anyway, like every 2 to 3 years, just go get the plugs changed. Mine were changed about 2 years ago. And a mechanic guy recommended that to me, and it kind of makes sense, you know what I mean? Because things do get gummed up or the gap gets screwed up or whatever. And sometimes it's easier to just change them out every so many years anyway. Because I also heard too is that if you don't change them out on a regular, in the Ford vans, they're known to get locked into the block, which means if you break it and they snap in the block, you have a big problem. So by changing them on the regular, then it's not that expensive to change them. And if you're mechanically capable, you just pull the doghouse off the middle here, and I don't know why they call it the doghouse, but they pull the doghouse off the middle here, and then you could probably change them out yourself. Fairly simple. But yeah, I heard that suggestion a while ago. That's so yeah. But that's nice to know. That I know it's not as crisp. I'm just doing it on my laptop, so it's as good as the laptop image is going to be. But it's nice to know that the stream is steady, though. That's pretty great. Chrome, have you ever been to Oregon? Yep, I used to take my lowrider car down to the Expo Center there to the Lowrider magazine show every year for years and years and years. Our whole car club used to go down there. It was pretty cool. We used to go to a little Mexican restaurant right on the river there in Vancouver, Washington, which was not far from the Portland Expo Center there. It's a little Mexican restaurant called Husong and Larry's. Is that the name? Husong and Larry's? It was so good. We had so much fun. No plugs in the ambulance. Yes, but the ambulance has glow plugs, though. Kind of same shit. Iggy, thank you. I appreciate the super chat, Iggy. That's amazing. Iggy also caught a piece of my Facebook live stream that was spur of the moment today. Smiler Lewis, thank you so much for that. From Cornwall, England. Yeah, Oregon was pretty cool, man. We you know, like during the time of the Lowrider, I don't think they're holding the Lowrider magazine sanctioned car shows in Portland anymore. I think they're only doing it at the Vegas Super Show now. But they used to have them in Portland. It was a lot of fun, man. It was great to be out there because you have like us as a Canadian car club, the one that I was in. Then you go down there and you have all the big US car clubs, like, you know, like you've got USO and all those other guys down there. It was amazing to be rolling with like car clubs that have plaques on the back that say USO Compton and USO LA. It was pretty sweet, man. It was awesome. One of my really good buddies, Dan is a member of the USO Lowrider Car Club. Oh, like half you guys even know what that means, but it's a piece of me. Are you going to start working on the ambulance soon? Or I'll probably start working on the ambulance after summer. I would like to do some travel videos because, you know, that was the point about going on my trip this year, was to gather a ton of travel content and stuff like that. So I'd like to go out and at least, even if I'm just here on the island doing stuff, I would like to take off for a while and just do a ton of travel content, and then come back and do the ambulance stuff. But while I'm gone, J5 will have the ambulance, and there's some projects and stuff, some bigger ones that might not be great video footage. So I'm going to let him do those probably while I'm gone or whenever he has time, because the ambulance is going to be sitting at his place for a little bit. Yeah, so one of the projects he'll probably do is cut the roof out and raise the roof up and do all that stuff, because that stuff's not really good content. It's going to be probably time consuming on his part, and he doesn't need me there to shove my camera in his face to show you guys a few seconds of that. So those are projects that he'll probably do without me. Ever thought about doing a podcast? Yeah, it's crossed my mind a few times. I just don't need the extra work. We have enough work doing as many videos as we do. Steven's vlogging, thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Chad, thank you. Debbie, thank you. Oh, you guys are so nice. Michael, thank you. From Big Mike, the trucker USA. Super sweet, you guys. And Michael, just so you guys know, on like these super chats here, like you just said for Tim Hortons coffee, on my website at vancityvanlife.ca, I left a section of links for stuff like that. So if you guys legitimately want to just, because that money, when you give it to me here, YouTube does take a piece before I get it out. And I got to pay taxes on that money too. If you guys want to do things like buy us a Tim Hortons gift card, I have a link on my website to do just that. You click on it, you fill out the thing on the Tim Hortons site. That way it's legitimately a gift because all the stuff coming in here, I have to write it off as it's business income, right? So yeah, I did leave those options there too. So if anybody just wants to buy us a gas card or a Tim Hortons card, you're welcome to, absolutely there. When's the winch is hopefully going in when the rear differential is done, which should hopefully be soon. Hopefully, we're still waiting on one of the parts. Once the parts and stuff are in, and then we'll schedule a time with J5 to get it in. He's really busy right now working on another subscriber's box fan, so he's got to bang that one out and get that one finished. Oh my gosh, so good. Ambo info. What do you want to know? It's just sitting there right now. It's not doing anything. Nomadic Bike, bro. I appreciate the little promo up there. Nomadic Bike has been on my Patreon since my channel was this big. Bro, I love seeing your name pop up every once in a while. It's nice to see that those longtime viewers have been around for a long, long time. I love it. Graffiti paint job on the ambulance. No, Steven, because I'm planning on selling the ambulance. That's the current plan so far. So my plan is just to do a pretty epic build out on the ambulance and hopefully find it a pretty amazing home. If I fall in love with it in the meantime, then maybe I might move into it and sell this one. But as of right now, that's just going to be a build out and sell project. Leo, thank you. Super nice. There's 4 juicy ass on the way from us in Ontario. That juicy, I love, this is going to be so funny. Juicy, how do I word this? What does it make it sound bad? I sucked on a few juicy asses in Ontario and they were so good. Like, so good. That is a damn good beer. Is that a good way to put it? Some people are like, what? They have a beer out there called Juicy Ass and it is freaking delicious. Leo, thank you for the love. I appreciate that. Who names a beer Juicy Ass? What up, bro? You want to go pound back a juice? Come on. Who named that one? That is such a good name. I love it. Good job. Yeah, man, there's some beer in Ontario that I really miss. I definitely really miss. Magic, Everyday Magic from Sawdust Brewing in, I can't remember the name of the town. Sawdust Brewing, the Everyday Magic was really good. That was like my favorite beer of last summer was that one. Was it summer? I was there tail end it. I don't remember when I was there. Sometime last year. Sometimes I wonder what those breweries think when they're naming their beers. I'm like, do they just name it like the most edgy thing that they can? There's some funny ones out there. Is Patreon any different than YouTube perks? No. You guys both receive the same picture and writing posts. The only difference with Patreon, and I haven't been on it as much as I was in the past. I get some days where I'm like super active on the video side, but you guys get the exact same thing. So the only difference is, hold on a second. So the only difference is on Patreon, I can do this. I'll show you. What's up, Patreon? So we're live streaming on YouTube right now. What's up, YouTube? Here's my setup. Come on. I messed up. Hey, Patreon. Check it out, man. Live streaming on YouTube right now. What's up, everybody? Here's my setup. So I have my light on my dashboard plugged into my USB thing I wired up the other day. My laptop sitting here. And we're connected to that tower right there. Hey, Patreon. Check it out, man. Live streaming on YouTube right now. What's up, everybody? So they allow me to do like 10-second little video clips. Like just short little videos. Hey, Patreon. Like check it out, man. Live streaming on YouTube right now. What's up, everybody? Here's my setup. So I have they allow me to do that. That's the only difference between YouTube and Patreon. That's it. Otherwise, you guys see the same updates, the same pictures, the same things. They sometimes get a little bit more content because there are days that I go a little video crazy like that. I'm like, boom, 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 boom. I just film lots. And then there's weeks that I don't even touch it. But That's the only difference. Plasti dip the ambulance in the van. No. No. I have an idea for the ambulance already, but we'll see. We'll see what goes on. Why is that light messed? Is that light? What happened? Maybe the sun just came up. There we go. That works. Is kokanee still available? Yes, they still make kokanee. I don't drink that kind of stuff. I'm a craft beer kind of guy. I really like my like hazy IPAs or a hazy pale ale. I enjoy a beer I can't see through. And no, I don't drink stouts or anything thick like that. I really like the IPAs. Where am I? I am on Vancouver Island in Nanaimo, BC currently. Open a bar in every country. Can we book you for a DJ session? No, I don't do any of that stuff anymore. And I don't have an interest to, because I just don't. I don't have, because I know I've had a lot of people from my YouTube channel say, hey, Chrome, can you DJ a wedding for us? Or hey, Chrome, can you DJ? And I'm like, I don't do that stuff. I got into weddings when I first moved into my van because it was a fast way to grab big money, like more than the clubs were paying. So it was easy to grab a stack of cash and only be able to work one day a week for the whole summer and hopefully put enough money aside that I didn't have to work the rest of the year. Because living in the van, I didn't have rent. My traveling, my expenses were lower. That's why I got into doing weddings just prior to living into the van. I don't like doing things like that. You know, if you own a nightclub and the nightclubs are back in, sure, call me. We'll talk. But other than that, no. I never want to be at an event again where somebody asks me for Bob Seger. Please, no. I'm a dance music guy, and I really enjoy my electro remix top 40 stuff. I'm a true to the bottom of my heart, a large venue club DJ. I like high energy dance floors that just don't stop. That's my thing. I'm not a hip hop guy. I like my stuff high energy. I don't mind playing hip hop remixes that fit the dance floor, but I'm not a big big hip hop guy. Why no love for Bob? Who's Bob? Hey, how much are you thinking about selling the ambulance for? I have no idea. We'll see what goes into the ambulance first. Who knows, right? I might tap out of the ambulance early and just sell it with a super simple build, or it might hit a crazy, insane van build like mine. Because I already know that Ray Outfitted already wants to be a part of it. Overland Interiors wants to be a part of it. J5 Custom Vans is currently it's going to be doing a lot of the initial work on it. But so who knows? Who knows how far we go on this thing? Hey, Lisa, you're not really that far late. It's all good. You haven't missed a whole lot. We just been babbling. Just a whole lot of this mouth going blah, 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 blah. Bob Wells, what about him? Yes, Mr. Cruzy is on the floor there, sleeping away. He was in the front seat, staring out the window. That's usually my reminder from him saying, "Dad, let's go outside." But then he realized that we're here working, yip-yapping with you guys. So he's like, screw it, I'm going to go sleep on the floor. You live by the ocean. When are you going to charter a boat and go fishing? That is a great idea. I do like that idea. And now that YouTube has been doing a little better for us financially, and all the love you guys send us all the time, like on super chats and stuff here, doing little things like that with the channel is now a thing. Like, we could go out and charter a little boat and make a nice video out there in the water sometimes. We definitely could. But a lot of times lately it's been hard to do those things because a lot of those companies are like, whoa, you know, we can't have people on our boats and this weird stuff that's going on. So But yeah, I mean, that's why I haven't been thinking about that. But I know those are some things that I would really like to do. Because last year when we were in Tumbler Ridge, there's this really beautiful waterfall in Tumble Ridge that was just like amazing. And when I drove into town, I seen these signs for this jet boat tour. And I phoned them, and they were not super expensive. I don't know, it was like $400 or whatever it was. I didn't have that kind of money at all. So I was like, $400 just to film a piece of a video? Nope, can't do that. So I got to the top of this amazingly beautiful waterfall. I don't remember the name of it. And this jet boat comes whipping up the river. I'm like, holy crap, comes right up towards the bottom of the waterfall, which was huge, whipped the jet boat around, kind of jet boat was like kind of drifting, looked like it was switched around, going boom, back out it went. That was it. I'm like, man, would that have not have been an epic boat ride all the way up that mountain from the town, all the way up that river to the waterfall? I don't remember the tour was. It was more money than I could afford. And but things have changed a little bit since last year. The channel has done a little bit better. Like things started to get a little better October, November here on the channel. I think ad revenue spots were more expensive to buy, so we get a larger payout at the end of that. It was pretty good. So yeah, doing stuff like renting a charter boat for an afternoon for a couple of hours for someone to take us out in the water and do some fishing. Sure, I'd be down for that. Something I have never done. And that's my plan, you know, with doing a lot of stuff coming up in the future. I want to start doing some things that I don't normally do, that I would have never had the chance to experience. So catching a charter fishing boat, definitely. I've never done that before in my life, and it'd be nice to kind of go out and at least experience a few things. Daniel Hernandez on video 750 of my binge watch it all playlist. Good for you. That's a massive undertaking. I love it that you're going back to watch those videos, because a lot of people have no idea where we came from. You know, they just see this nice converted van and they automatically think it's always just been this beautiful, not realizing that we lived out of plastic cabinets for a better part of a year. That's pretty great. I love it that you're going back. There's some great videos back there. Some cringy ones because I was brand new to YouTube back then. Like things didn't flow as well, because when you're in front of the camera for the first time in your life, it's a bit of a weird experience. So there's some cringy videos back there, but super awesome. Hold on, guys. I'm going to block somebody. Hi. I love blocking people. Blocking people is fun. Good stuff. Oh, hold on, guys. We might block another one. Oh, this is fun, man. I wish you guys could see this side of it. So fun to go, okay, you said something dumb. Bye. That's it. It's that easy. I treat my channel, my comment section, like it was my house. You want to talk shit? You want to be an idiot? Peace out, baby. Nice knowing ya. Why is this? Sorry, guys. I think the sun's coming and it's wrecking the shot. Sorry, guys. I don't mean to make you guys sick. If I lean down, it'll be all right. Hey. The sun's wrecking things. Chrome, you like the fun uncle. I'm like the fun uncle you wish you had. Not Uncle Touchy, I hope. Hey, you guys are pretty good. So yeah, now that my van is done and this lift kit has freshly gone in, I'm just excited to take this thing out and live in it without even worrying about what's next. Because I think as a YouTuber, we think about that quite a bit. I'm like, what else can we do to the van for content? And that thing, it just happens by default that we just think about, okay, well, now we can upgrade this. This will make a good video. And some of the upgrades I've done for that reason. I'm like, well, I want it for one. Do I need it? But it'll make great content. So it's nice to know that this van's done after the rear differential goes in, and now we can just go out there and start enjoying it. I'm pretty excited for that. Pretty excited that, you know, like any little changes now are the silly ones you watched in a video the other day where we literally mounted my binoculars in a little pouch right here. Those little upgrades are the most important ones. Because think about it, I'm here and I want to like be a creep. My binoculars are right here. I don't want to be a creep. I'm gonna write that on that thing, the creep pouch. Sorry guys, trying to stick my binos back in here. Do you have to get something like a 107 in Canada to fly a drone? So Canada's got different drone licenses. People message us all the time about, oh, Chrome, did you know that? I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I live in Canada. We have different drone rules here. I also have the baby drone, the little Mavic Mini. I have the Mavic Mini 2, I think it is. It's just a little one. It's the 249-gram drone that does not need a license. It doesn't need all that other shit. It doesn't need any of it. And in Canada here, you don't need a commercial license to sell your drone footage. So I know in the US that if you fly a drone and you put that drone footage in a YouTube video, you now need to, it's a whole different deal, because now you need a certain permit or a certain whatever in order to monetize that content. We don't have that here in Canada. So I can take my little baby drone, fly it all I want, use it in all the videos I want. It's no big deal. If my drone was 1 gram heavier, 250 grams and above, I would need a drone license, which is really no big deal. You just go out, you get your drone license, and bada boom, you can fly a bigger drone. So far, they haven't made it so the little drones, you need a license, but I'm pretty sure sooner or later they'll end up making all flyable things licensed. But other than that, it's been fine. Yeah, things are different here. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to find a way to get this without that glare. This sucks. How can I fix this? Sorry, guys, I'm trying to. You guys are now propped up on something very teetery. Stay. I guess slowly falling. You are too. You guys are propped up. Or I might give up. Oh, I just spilled my coffee. There we go. It's a little better. Things we do, guys. Things we do. Can we see your view? It's not that exciting. It's a street. And across from me is buses and just a street. It's not very exciting. Sorry, I couldn't be somewhere nicer. Man, I gotta find a way to prop this thing up so it's secure. Oh, I think we did it. Man, this isn't working out. Okay, I gotta move. Chris, you gotta move, buddy. We gotta move. Come on, Chrissy. We're gonna move the live stream a little bit. Oh, the things we do to chat with you. Oh. Is that okay? Just trying to avoid the glare from the sunlight. Oh my gosh, that is a good idea, Jewel. Because doing it on the floor is very uncomfortable. See? We're going to fix this problem. They recommended putting my window cover behind my... Hold on, guys. I got to move my camera. It's good, mate. No, it's not working. Man. Go lengthwise. That'll do her. Bada boom! Thank you for that recommendation. That is a great idea. Okay. Oh my gosh. That's better. You guys okay? I didn't shake you guys to death. You guys are surviving all right. Thank you for that. I didn't even think about it. Now the front of my van here has my divider thing right up here, blocking the sun that's coming through on the top. So the other day I bought myself an Insta360. I took it through a test run the other day, and I haven't had the chance to really dig through the footage and stuff yet. But what I'm hoping that this thing will run constantly while I'm driving, because I end up missing a lot of things while I'm driving, a lot of like shots and video clips and just things that go on, like an animal runs across the road and I miss it. So having the Insta360 films both ways. So it literally films a complete circle. It's got a weird thing in the edge where they splice the footage together, but it's really hard to notice when you scan past it. But I'm hoping that this is going to be my running camera mounted to my dashboard all the time and just turn it on every time I drive. Hoping this captures those moments that I miss, because I miss a lot of things, man. When you're driving, you go, oh, and you got to pull over to grab your camera, you reach down, you pull it out, and then the bear that was crossing the road is now gone. You're like, shot missed. So at least now I'll be able to hopefully grab those shots from my Insta360. Blah, blah, blah. My laptop's good. You need to update me. You need to update me. So I don't know if the Insta360 is good or not. That's the problem with buying one of those devices, man. You're like at the mercy of like whatever YouTube video you see on YouTube, hoping it's a good device, and then you get it and it doesn't work for what you need. That sucks. Where's Cruzy? Cruzy, you're being summoned up here, buddy. No? He's pissy. I think he wants to go outside. Who makes the 360? It's actually, that's the name of the company. Insta360 is the name of the company. I don't think another company makes them. I think that's actually just the name of the company. Someone just said Insta360 is no longer available on Amazon in Canada. That's all right. Just don't buy from Amazon. There's lots of places to buy these things from online. I think I ordered this one from Best Buy. I think it is. Is it similar to GoPro? No. So, where's my GoPro? Where'd you put my GoPro? Here's a GoPro. GoPro has one camera. This one has one on each side. GoPro films forward. This thing films all the way around. So let me show you. So I'm just going to prop this Insta360 over here on the dashboard. Just randomly, just... Okay, it's on, right? So I'm just going to sit it on the dashboard. And you pair it with your phone. It's kind of a cool thing. Are we going to go here or what? Turn my phone's Bluetooth on. Awfully bossy. All right, so now it's just connecting to the Insta360. Are we coming? Are we coming? Okay, so there's the Insta360 camera. It's actually filming full lengthwise, but it compresses it so it fits on your phone. And here, I'll move it. You can see if I move it and it points at me, I just have the camera right now, right? I'm going to put it back over on the dashboard. So as you guys can tell, it's pointed at cruise. Well, watch this. Because it films 360, it literally films 360 degrees all the way around, right back to Mr. Cruise. So when it's on the dashboard and I need to have it so it's pointed at cruise, I could literally zoom the camera in and have it pointing at cruise. So you okay, buddy? You do these edits after the video's done. So this just constantly records that way, constantly records all the way around. Then once I'm done with the video footage inside the app, I can choose where I want the camera pointed, right? It's pretty cool, right? So you can bring it all the way out and it shows you like, look at that shot. This is weird shots, man. So that's my plan with that thing is I'm hoping it becomes my regular capture it all kind of camera. I ordered this thing about a month and some ago, and I just finally had the chance to put it to some use. So I have multiple cameras set up in the front of my van. I've got this one that's mounted in the middle. I have a GoPro way over there in the top corner, which gets mounted upside down to capture some shots of, well, some shots of cruise. And I also have this GoPro, which can be mounted outside the van, can be mounted to point at my suspension under my van. Kind of like my everyday run and gun. I just started using this one here. So this one's I'm hoping to use for all my outside shots. Like I'd love to get some shots, especially with the new suspension when I'm driving over mud. I can clip this to the fender, point the camera down to the tire so it just catches the, yeah, dude. Mount it underneath the van so it can catch the suspension bouncing up and down. Yeah, dude. Super stoked. Cruz, oh, thanks for that. Cruz, your peeps are asking how much the Insta360 was. Google it. I don't remember. 350 bucks, something like that. Google it. Want me to Google it? I'll Google it. Insta. So just so you guys know, when you guys ask questions sometimes, if you don't Google it, I have to Google it. So it's just better time consuming for the creator to you Google it. It's just easier that way. Can you buy this on their websites? Buy now. You can buy it right from Insta360. Oh, it's sending you to the Insta360 store or Amazon. Insta360 in Canada. Depends on which one you get. Mine wasn't that much. 359 bucks. And there's all sorts of different little ones you can get. So depending on which one you need. Yeah, I'm pretty sure mine was 350 bucks. That was about right. But there's packages on here for like 700. So I don't know what those things offer. I sure as heck didn't pay 700 bucks for that thing. How much does Cruz weigh? The last time I weighed him, he was 70 pounds. What's Google? Right? I started doing that. Like I pop into the comments of YouTube videos sometimes and I'll see people ask questions and I'm like, you could have just typed what you asked into Google and they would have answered it for you. Some people are like, hey Chrome, so that clothes folding thing on Amazon, where did you get it? If you would have just wrote that same thing on Amazon, just less words, clothes folding thing, Amazon, you probably would have found it. What am I going to do with the Jackery 1500 I got? Because I'm on a brand deal with Jackery, I take on these things like that because they do pay me for those videos. The reason why I accepted the 1500 is because I plan on throwing it into the ambulance for a while because I'm going to be in and out of that ambulance doing work, and I don't always want to be bothering J5 when I'm out there to like run an extension cord from the shop out. So I grabbed the 1500 from Jackery. I never paid for it. I got it for free. I grabbed the 1500 from Jackery so I could use it in the ambulance for doing ambulance projects. Like that other day, you guys seen me using that drill, taking all the glue off the side of where all the ambulance decals were. I did that entire video plugged into that Jackery battery. So that's why I picked it up, and it's going to be living in the ambulance for forever. I don't plan on putting it into this van because I have enough power in here already. Yep, Cruise is a hefty pup. You got that right. My drone, if you guys want to know all the stuff that I have, vancityvanlife.ca, there's a detailed list of every single thing. There's probably a few things missing, but my drone links are on there as well too. Am I somewhere around Chemainus now? No, I'm in Nanaimo. So I guess some. What happened, buddy? I know it's a mess back there, bro. You okay, Cruzy? Sometimes I think there might be a mouse in my van, man. Cruz has jumped up a few times. Like, what was that? I was watching a live stream. So yeah, you guys, a lot of the questions you guys are asking right now about the winch and stuff, we've answered that one in the beginning of our live stream. You guys can go back and rewatch it. We covered a lot of stuff when it comes to the ambulance and my van lift kit and my winch. It's coming soon. Pyro Kitty, what's up? Yeah, you might already missed it. We've been on here for an hour. I said I'd give YouTube an hour. Apparently we're going farther. I'm shocked that this stream is still going though. Not a damn skip or a hiccup or nothing so far. I'm pretty stoked on it. Any plans for Victoria in the near future? Yes, one of my best buddies, Daniel, is in Victoria, and I've been up here, and he's messaged me. He's like, what, no love for me, bro? Because he can see my videos. He knows I'm close. I just haven't gone down there. So yes, I will be going to Victoria at some point. All powered by Jackery. If you're talking about the ambulance, that answer is going to be no. I do have a big power plan for that ambulance because I would love to build that thing out for that. So the person I'm thinking about selling the ambulance to, the person I'm building it for, could be for me. I don't know. We'll see. I would like to build it out for that person that wants a bug out ambulance. You know what I mean? Something that's like completely off grid ready. So I want that thing to be fully set up and equipped, which means tons of battery storage, which means lots of lithium batteries just lined up in a row underneath there. So it's got lots of stored power, probably a generator and all those things that someone would need to bug out in that thing for a longer duration of time. That's what I want to build that thing out to be. I want it to look tough, aggressive, and yeah, like an assault vehicle. That's what I want to build it out like. So am I allowed on BC ferries? Yeah, I went over to say goodbye to my mom because she passed away. So I went over there and did that stuff, and I came back, and I even filmed me coming through the ferry terminal. And even the guy at the booth is like, hey, man, nice camper van. I'm like, thanks, bro. Do I have any concerns of cooking in your van in bear country? We live in bear country. There is a lot of bears out here, a ton. And I see this from so many people. Like, are you so scared of bears? I'm like, no. They literally just walk by. They honestly don't care. And the only time bears are a worrisome thing is when you're in town. Like if there's a bear in town here, for one, it's in town for a reason because it's probably had a hard time finding food somewhere else and it's hungry. And two, it's probably very scared in the city with the cars and everything else. But to be honest, no, bears literally just go do their thing. Like I used to mountain bike up on Whistler in the Whistler Bike Park, and you be coming down the mountain and there's a bear right there, right on the trail. You just whoop, whoop, right around it and keep going. Yeah, they're not as scary out here as you think. They kind of just do their own thing. Don't approach them. Don't taunt them. And then if you're in the backcountry, chances are they're just strolling through and they're just as shocked to see you as you are to see them. And they're like, whoa, human, cool. And they're off they go. Obviously, be smart, be prepared. But yeah, man, like we have like cougars out here. We got bears, we got grizzly bears, black bears. That's all good out here. Do I speak French? No, I do not speak French. Yeah. Yep, I do cut my hair, and yep, I do shave my legs. I shave my arms too. They're a little hairy right now, but who cares? Who cares what I do? Have I named my van? No. I've called my van my before. Call it baby sometimes. Come on, baby, you got this. You got this. But no, I do not have a name. And do bears shit in a bucket? Nope, bears shit in the woods. So I plan on coming to Tawasin anytime soon. I don't know. I got really no reason to be out in Tawasin. Yeah, because anytime I'm catching the ferry back now, I've been catching it back to Horseshoe Bay in Vancouver versus going into Tawasin. I love these questions right now. You coming to the U.S.? COVID. COVID says heck no. And yeah, I probably will one day. Probably do one day. Canada's pretty amazing, man. And there's so much to see here, so much to explore. And I'm so heart-driven, patriotic, I guess, to explore and show the world what Canada is. There is a lot of amazing stuff out here. And I've been spending most of my time here in BC because of COVID. You know, like especially now that there's big travel restrictions for the next couple of weeks. I think that they're probably going to ease the restrictions up after the long weekend. But I love this place, and I don't know a lot of van dwellers. Awesome, man. Wicked. Thanks for the love, man. See, subscribers are on by saying. See, every time, look at that guy. Every time someone stops, they're like, hey, man, I love what you do. I love people, man. You guys are great, man. And I really appreciate it when you guys come by my van. Don't ever hesitate. Don't knock on it if my curtains are shut. Because if the van's a rocking, you know. But yeah, always come by, you guys. And if he would have gotten out of his vehicle, I would have given him some stickers. So. Anyway, what were we talking about? Were you talking about something? I can't remember before the guy came up. I completely forgot. Let's go back so I can find a comment. I feel special. You're answering my question. Is that weird? Maybe. Especially for the kind of person that's in my comments. If you're in my comment section on a regular video, you know I'm not in there. Every once in a while, you'll catch me in there and I'll go through maybe 10 comments and peace out. I'm out. Oh, I missed a super chat from Andy. How far back is that? Andy, how you doing, buddy? So my brother Andy, not technically my brother, but just my weirdo brother, the guy that built the majority of the cabinets are in the back of my van. Overland Interiors just finished launching their website. If you guys want to check it out, overlandinteriors.com. The links are on my website as well too. Yeah, dude, he's got some pretty cool things happening. Over 300 watching and only 62 thumbs up. I don't know what. According to my stats here, it says we have 1,100 people watching and 544 thumbs. Am I way back in the comments here? Is that the problem? East Coast Breed. Thanks to the super chat. Oh, that's wicked. Buying a school bus would be kind of cool. That's a whole lot of square footage. Canada's a nice place. I find Canada to be extremely friendly and extremely safe. Yeah, of course, like anywhere else in the world, just be smart where you park your van home. If you don't like the neighborhood, don't sleep there. That's the plus side about van life, is we can move. So something I'm gonna bring up, I don't think I've ever brought this up on my channel. Have I brought this up before? I don't remember. Anyway, so something I find myself doing quite a bit in the last couple of months is being online looking at property. Not because I can afford to go out and buy a big freaking $200,000 piece of land, but it intrigues me that when you look at land way up north in British Columbia, that you can get things for like 25 grand, $30,000 for a 10 acres or something. And I just find it amusing. It's entertaining to me and interesting that there's actually land out there you can buy. So because I live in a van, to own a piece of land somewhere that you can drive on and drive around, that's actually van life usable and accessible in your van, that you can make home on a piece of property like that. Why is that guy pulled up in front of me? He's parked the wrong way he's parked this way on a this way street. Yeah, but it's just been really intriguing to me. I'm not at a point to build out a tiny home. I'm not at a point that I want a stationary place, because that's not a thing for me. But yeah, moose pasture. It's exactly what that would be. Imagine buying land up north and be like, yeah, I just bought 10 acres of moose pasture. That's exactly what that would be. That's hilarious. But it intrigues me to know that the possibilities of buying a piece of dirt that I could go visit for a couple of months in the summer is attainable. Like a $25,000 or $30,000 piece of property is attainable. If I went to the bank and said I needed to finance $200,000 for a property, my bank would tell me to kick rocks. Sure, I've cleared my debt and things have gotten a little better over the years, but I don't have the credit to back up that kind of a property. But the possibility of getting a piece of land for 25 grand is pretty cool. And I think I would really like to go up and take a look at some of these properties to see if they're actually usable pieces of land. Because you never know what the next couple of years or 5 years brings my way. Maybe I will have a piece of land somewhere in some little baby area that I fell in love with. Like Stewart, BC. I loved that place. If there was land around Stewart that I could go visit for a month of the year and just unplug from the world, and sounds nice sometimes. Like, I would never want to build a home there, though. I just live in my vehicle. That's my home. I'm van life for good, man. I love living in a van so much that I think sleeping a night outside of my van would stress me the heck out. Because every time I go visit a friend somewhere, they're like, hey, Chroma, you come stay in the house. I'm like, why? Why? Why would I want to do that when I can just sleep at home in your driveway? Kitimat, someone just said Kitimat, BC sucks, don't go there. Kitimat, that's right by Terrace. I wasn't a fan of Terrace. What's Cruz doing? Oh, I just wrecked my lighting. Crazy, what are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? He really wants to go outside. See, Rob, that's good thing. Like, I like what you said. What about doing your own van campground? You see, retiring. If I were to ever retire, we're talking like 20 years from now. 15 years from now. Dreams. If I were to ever slow down in life and retire, and money was in an okay position, and I had the ability to build a campground for vans, I would. To me, that sounds like a great way to chill out and relax when I'm 65 years old and say hi to other travelers as they're coming through my weirdo campground. I would be down for that. Definitely not something I want to do now. I like being mobile. I don't have Chrometopia. Love it. Yeah. So I just don't, not now. Anything like that with the thought of staying stationary, a thought of something holding me stationary stresses me out. Right now, I feel like I'm trapped stationary waiting for the rest of my little van upgrade thing to get done so I can move. And when I'm in an area for too long, I get stressed in the back of my neck and I just gotta leave. I gotta go. And I'm at that point here with Vancouver Island. I'm getting that feeling that it's just time to move. So as soon as my rear diff goes in and my front winch is done, I think we're going to branch out a little bit here and go do some backwoods exploring. A weirdo campground would be a lot of fun. You would be the Bob Wells of Canada. I don't know. People always say that to me. I don't know why. I'm not Bob Wells. I am Chrome Valdez. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. Wanderlust is contagious. You got that right. East Coast breed. Who the heck is Bob Wells? Oh, so good. Glenn, what up, buddy? I seen your message about your floors. I haven't opened it yet. See, Glenn's a friend of mine. People text me and you want to see? Where's my phone? How many messages are on how many text messages I have right now that I haven't even opened yet? 44. I have 44 text messages. I haven't opened them yet. Glenn, bro, yours is in that 44 somewhere. I've become the king of ignoring messages lately. I'm super bad. Even like some of my best friends from way back, there's a message in there from one of my buddies. I haven't opened it up for a month. I've seen it. I just haven't opened the message to read it. I'm super bad. But that just comes from being so busy on YouTube. Sometimes it's just another bing and notification on your phone that you look down, you're like, I'll get to that later. Yeah, YouTube's made a lot of things different in my world. That's for damn sure. You know, I used to respond to every single message, every single time that they came in, like right away, I'd be right on that message. Now, not so much. Nick Pixel, thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. You've come a long way, my friend. Remember when you just got sorry, I moved my cursor. I remember when you just got started. Yeah, man, this channel has come a long way, and I am super thankful. Like I was talking to my friend Joseph the other day, and he was mentioning, he's like, you know, it's cool that I've just stayed humble the whole time, because he knew me back then too, and how I've never changed as a person, no matter how big things got, or you know, from when I was broke on YouTube to when I now have money on YouTube. So like I'm really thankful. That's why when someone stops by my van, I am always so stoked to see them, because I wouldn't be here without you. None of my world would be happening right now if it wasn't for you. So I'm thankful. So thank you guys for being here. Line Screw 1, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Trip, thank you. Overland Interiors is like, Chrome's way cooler than Bob, just saying. Thanks, brother. Someone's like, I need a better secretary. I have a secretary. I have my assistant Madison. You guys have met Madison in videos a long time ago. She's the wife support of Ray Outfitted. She's the one that's doing my assistant stuff, sending out all my stickers and helping out with YouTube comments and stuff. But I only pay her for 1 hour per day, because I can't afford to pay her full time, even though there's enough work here on YouTube that I could employ her full time. Could definitely keep her busy, but she's only doing 1 hour per day for me because, well, budget. Definitely helps out a lot though, for sure. She's been a lifesaver. So like even like the other day, I'm like, hey Madison, can you put my Weirdo Army, my new piece of merch that I have? You want to put the Weirdo Army one up on our spring store? She's like, yep. So she's doing that kind of stuff for me, which is extremely helpful. She's going through emails because we get tons of messages. So, but being able to afford to pay her more than an hour a day, we're not there yet. Maybe one day. If I had a full-time assistant, you know how awesome that would be? Oh, it'd take off so much pressure. It's so good. You're right, man. Very Outfitted is some good people. I put my sun visor down. Nope, I didn't put my sun visor down. I just put a big piece of cardboard in the front window. Sun visor only blocks so much. Weirdos Unite beach towel would be sick. We used to have all of those things on our store, but some of the things didn't sell, so we pulled a lot of them. There might still be a Weirdos Unite beach towel on there. I don't think so, but if you go onto our website, vancityvanlife.ca, click on the Weirdos Unite shirt, it'll take you to the Teespring store and search through the pictures. I don't think they're on there anymore. I think we pulled those ones. Nobody was buying those things, so we made things a little easier. Trip, thank you for that, Trip. So appreciated. I love the love from you guys, man. You guys are so good. Stuff like that keeps our gas tanks full, and gas is expensive out here. That's the largest budget that we have here on Van City Van Life is fuel. Yeah. Thanks, Trip. Really appreciate that. Yep. Jeffy Bear and his public service announcements. I love seeing this stuff up top with Idgy and Overland Interiors and Trip stuff, guys. Stuff like that really means the world to me. You know, it goes beyond the it goes beyond the monetary value of it. When I see a generosity like that, it means a lot. How much fuel do I buy in a week? All depends on my travels. We on average, I think I figured this out once before. I made a video on it. I don't remember, but we on average spend, I don't even know. Right now, we're probably doing $100 a week, $400 a month for doing all the movement and adventuring around that we're doing right now. But when we travel and do a lot of travel videos and a lot of adventure stuff, our fuel bills can be upwards of like $600-800 a month. But you gotta remember, we're moving for business reasons. We're not like we're just leisurely traveling. We're out there gathering content. So those days become quite a bit of driving around. So my fuel cost and your fuel cost is going to be completely different when it comes to van life. That's why it's hard sometimes when people ask YouTubers, hey, how much does it cost for van life for fuel? I'm a bad person to ask, because if I wasn't making YouTube content, I probably wouldn't be driving around as much. Jeffy Bear, Donna Van Life, and 4C Forest are the best channels you've put me on. All of them are great people. Donna Van Life is very sweet. And I love it that in her videos sometimes that someone will message me and say, Dawn's wearing your weirdo hoodie. I'm like, heck yeah. Can we see Cruz, please? Okay. Cruzy. I think he wants to go outside. Hold on, guys. I'm going to move you. What's going on, Cruzy? You want to go outside? Come on, buddy. Hold on, Cruzy. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Cruzy wants to go out. Come on, puppy. Let's go. Come on, buddy. Let's go pee. Come on, buddy. No. Come on, buddy. Let's go pee. I don't think he has to go pee. Come on, buddy, go pee. Come on. Are we doing something out here? What are we doing? I think Cruz has just wanted to be outside. I think that's all he wanted to do. What are you doing, buddy? All right. I think Cruzy just wanted to come outside. Hopefully this connection is still okay. Oh, I missed some chats here. Mike, thank you for that. I appreciate it. And Trip, thanks for joining YouTube memberships. I miss any more while we were out here? Well, that's about it. You guys are so good. All right, Cruzy, we're going to go back inside. Come on. After we're done the live stream, Cruzy will go outside, okay? Okay. We'll go to the beach afterwards, okay, Cruz? Is that cool? Is that cool? I know, buddy. It's too nice of a day to be hanging out inside. I got it. You know who the boss is, right? That dude. Hey, buddy, I promise, okay? I promise, okay? We'll go hang out at the ocean for a bit after. Tevs, thank you so much for that. Holy super chat, love. Bang, 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 and bang. Tevs, thank you so much for that. Sorry, I was trying to send $20, but it wouldn't let me send the extra penny. Funny, though, because I send super chats. If I ever see another Vanner on YouTube live, I always send them a super chat, and it's the same way. It always seems to want to send a weird value, like $27.99. Come on. I don't know why YouTube does that. It's kind of weird. Was he okay? What's going on, buddy? Okay, question. I'm a huge animal lover, especially cats. What did you end up doing with your mom's cat? So my mom's cat went to my uncle's work buddy, and which is super exciting. So and he took all of my mom's cat stuff. Like my mom had these cat trees, took all that stuff. So it went to a home. And the good thing about the home that it went to is that my aunt can now go see my mom's cat anytime because it's a friend of theirs, which is super great. And it made me feel really, really good knowing that my mom's cat's going to a good home and not to a stranger, like somewhere where the cat will at least get a little piece of some familiar stuff like my aunt. KBD, what's up, buddy? Hey, Chrome, thanks for all the content. Very inspiring. Thank you. Thanks for the love, man. Still filming on my iPhone 12. Ruth, what's up? Oh, my last is the last one here. Ramona, thank you so much for that. Love the little stickers. So cool. Glenn, thanks, bro. Some treats for Cruzy. Cruzy! Oh, he's right there. I'm yelling at him. Glenn gave you $10 for treats. He's looking at me like that doesn't mean anything. You keep saying the word treats, but you're not giving me any. Cruzy, you mad at me? Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. Are you mad at me? Are you mad at me? I think Cruzy's mad at me. Uh-oh. We unplugged my laptop. Dogs are the boss. You got that right. Cruz owns this place, man. This is 100% his house. What kind of laptop do I have and what program do I use for editing? I am running a MacBook Pro, and editing software is a Adobe Premiere. I do have Final Cut Pro on my laptop, but I use Adobe Premiere. That's the software I learned to use on, but it can be a little bit glitchy sometimes, but at the end of the day, it's the one that I'm fast editing on. So I've been playing around with Final Cut Pro. It's just a new software to learn. So when you edit on Final Cut for me, because I don't know my way around it yet, my edits are a lot slower, where I've had the chance to kind of like, you know, learn how to edit on Adobe in a timely manner. So, because an average video for me takes me about 3 to 4 hours to make. That's every video. If I have a fast edit, maybe 2 hours. But videos take a long time to edit. So when I edit on Final Cut, it could take like 6, 7 hours to edit one video. And think about that. I bust those things out just about daily. Crazy. Not far from the cave. Love that name, by the way. Thank you so much for the super chat. Ah, cool. First night living in a van. I remember that night, man. I'll never forget that night. It was so fun. Who do I recommend for a van build? All depends on where you are and what you're looking for. And I have lots of van building friends, remember. There's J5 Custom Vans on Vancouver Island. If you're looking at getting cabinets sent out to you guys, or you want to get two things put together at the same time, there's Overland Interiors for all your cabinet work back east. He also ships everywhere. And Ray Outfitted. Obviously, I'm going to recommend the crew that's been highly involved in my van. So, yeah, guys, I would go online, check out overlandinteriors.com, Ray Outfitted. And if you're on Vancouver Island, J5. But just know, you guys, if you're going to like a van building company to drop your van off to get built out at, the wait times are bonkers. So if you plan on getting that kind of stuff done, go now. Book now for next year or the year later. It's seriously that busy at those van builders. So if you plan on building a van and you want somebody else to do the build work, get on it now. Because I know some companies are booking multi-years ahead because they can only handle so much work, right? So how do I keep my van secure? I lock the doors? I don't know how to answer that question. If you're talking about on a safety and security standpoint, well, don't worry about that stuff. Do I have a son? I have two sons. I have a son named Adam and another son named Seth, which hates my guts. So, but my son Adam, he's grown. He's 20 something. And I only met him twice. I met him once when he was just a little baby. And then once when he was 20 something. I met him. He's in a video on my channel way back when I first started my channel. I've got kids from my past, my club DJ, so I planted a few seeds around the world. So yeah, he's got his own family and stuff like that. He's living out towards Alberta. Can you insure the items in your van? Yeah, there's a few companies here in Canada that you can actually do insurance for your van life stuff. It gets to be very expensive, but yeah, you can buy supplementary insurance for the contents inside of your van and just look into that stuff in your own. I can't give advice on that because where I live in BC, it's different in Alberta, the province next door, which is 10 hours from here, a whole lot different. So, and if you're in another country, can't help you, just Google it, research that stuff on your own, because there's all sorts of different ways that you can insure stuff. I missed a few super chats. Andy, so much love today, bro. Thanks for that, buddy. Cruz. Andy, he's eating out of the Cruz bowl. Heck yeah. So, hey, guys, you know Cruz's dog bowl? Go on to overlandinteriors.com. Cruz's dog bowl is on the Overland Interiors website. I think he's in the midst of making a ton of them. And the dog bowl on the website is called The Cruz. He has a dog bowl for vans. Are you kidding me? So cool, Andy. I appreciate that, man. That was really rad. It's awesome to log on a website and see Overland Interiors with a bowl called The Cruz. Pretty damn cool. Do I carry a portable battery booster in case my van battery is dead in the outback? No. Because I can jumpstart my van from my house batteries. That's another plus side about having a battery system in the back of your van. Like I have 2 lithium batteries. I could jumpstart my van off of those batteries if I need to, which is pretty cool. It's always nice to know that you can jumpstart yourself. if you don't have a battery system in your van, sure, that's a great idea. Oh, so, okay. What did I do for a living before van life other than DJ? So for 10 years of my life, I held a day job. The only real day job I actually had. I was a personal trainer for a little bit, but that really wasn't a full-time day job. I just did that to kind of pass up some of my daytime when I was a club DJ. So I became a trainer for, this is back, I was like 20 something, 20. I think I stopped being a personal trainer when I was 30, something like that. And then after that, I got a day job for about 10 years. And my day job, I worked for a chemical manufacturer. So we did water treatment for steam boilers and hot water systems. So all I did is I drove around in a van like this, piled full of dangerous chemical, and I drove around and tested water and steam boilers all day long, and then adjusted pumps and made sure that the chemicals were good so it didn't corrode the system and whatever. I hated the job. The boss was a dick. If you're watching this. Yeah. So I did that for a while. And that's what, I think that was one of the things that shifted me into van life, was just the annoyance of feeling like I was a slave to something. I was in debt, so I didn't think I could ever get out of it. I was trapped at that job because of debt. A chemical tester equals drug dealer? Not quite. I wouldn't be in debt if that was the case. Yeah, Mike, I'm looking forward to the ambulance build too. It's a little bit stressful right now because when you see an empty thing like that, that's a huge thing I don't know what to do, where to start. It's a lot. When you're dealing with a completely empty shell, it's like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? Robin Jan, thank you so much for posting the link. If anything you need channel related, guys, vancityvanlife.ca. All that stuff is on there. How much horsepower do my vans have? I think my van has hamster power. I have the small 4.6. So if you want to know, Google it. I don't know. How did my diesel checkup go? It went well. So I popped in and seen the diesel guy the other day. I'm like, how's the van going? He's like, the van is strong. That thing starts good in the morning. All of our tests for the engine flew past. The engine's in great shape because we have a few leaks that we need to check on. So he's doing that now. I drove by the ambulance. I drove by the diesel shop today, and my ambulance is inside of their shops. They're probably sealing up all the leaks. So I'm hoping to have the ambulance back next week. But yeah, pass all mechanical. Frame it out in 80/20. I don't know what you're talking about. I must have missed something in the comments here. Would you offer to do a one-on-one consultation for ideas for van builds via Skype? I've had a few people ask me that along the way, on if I would put the time aside and sell chat time. And it sounds appealing, but also stressful. I am so spoiled. The reason why it's stressful is because that call would require me to put something in a schedule, to be somewhere at a certain time to accept a call. And just that thought is stressful. You know, to know that I'm out somewhere doing something and I'm like, oh, I got a Skype call tonight, and then I got to drive back somewhere to, no. So for that reason, I would say no to that. I'm so spoiled. Van life has spoiled me rotten. I feel like a brat sometimes to be, you know, I feel like I've worked hard in my life to get where I am, and now I'm just spoiled to not have to have anything in my schedule. And when I have something in my schedule, it stresses me out. But all the stuff that you need for information for van build stuff, you can find by just watching all my videos or just Google it. And Zach, to be honest, and this goes for all 1,200 people watching, don't overplan your van. Don't. Get your van. That's the first thing you do. Before you even think about what you want to do to the inside, get your van. Don't think about your van build until you own your van. Once your van is in your possession, then still don't build your van out. Throw some basics in there, like a cooler and a blanket and a whatever. Just and go sleep on the floor in it and go take it out on a few camping trips and get to know the inside of it. But don't overthink your van. Just buy the van first. That should be your first obstacle to go past, is to buy your van. The rest of that stuff will fall into place naturally on its own. I think too many people overplan van life before they get in it, or worse off, buy every item they're going to need for their van before they even get their van. And I see that in a lot of people that start acquiring items for a van that they don't even own yet. The van is the biggest and hardest obstacle to go through. Once you own the van, van life will start to fall into place. And it gets expensive when you start planning things out, because if you really look at it, you think, okay, well, my van, that's $5,000, solar, that's 2,000 or 1,000 or whatever you plan on doing. It adds up super quick. But if you buy the van, live in it really simple, to add a few $100 roof vent a couple months after being in your van, it's not as painful as acquiring all this stuff before you start. Depends on where you're at. You know, you might be the person that just wants to buy a van and fully take it out and get it built right out. And hey, great, good on you guys. But don't overplan things. And even somebody like Ray Outfitted is going to tell you, if you were to call Ray Outfitted and book an appointment, because they do phone consultations, I think it's $300, and you sit down and you have a talk with them about your van build, they're going to tell you the same thing. They're going to say, get the van and go spend some time in it. Then call us. Call us after you are already spent time and got to know your van space. That's like, and like even when Madison says, like, they love it that I say that to people, because if you don't know what you want, then you're going to end up getting a van you're not happy with in the end if you use a professional van builder, or if you build one on your own before living in it. You're going to make mistakes. It's cheaper too. We all like cheaper. Overland Interiors, that's a good way to put it. So Overland Interiors just said, build your van when you're ready, not when you buy it. That is a great way to put it. Get your van first. Right? Because if you look at my van now, I mean, even before I did a pro build, I had a chance to know where I wanted things before it got professionally built. And now, like, I'm making all these fine-tuning designs. Like, finally, like, my doors used to just be wood walls. Like, I cut out some wood panels and put them up on there. But because of being in the van for some time, when I got my door panels done with those little boxes that go into the depth of the door, they were perfect because I spent some time in here to know my space better. Can't get rid of my studio office though. Why not? That's my question. Why not? Why can't you build a studio office inside of your van? Why not? When I first moved into my van, the first thing I said is, I cannot get rid of any of my studio gear. I can't. So it all sat in storage for the longest time. And then I just sold it. I'm like, okay, I don't need it. You know, you start to realize you can make that space inside of your van. I think people hold on to a lot of things when they don't really need it. I need a sugar daddy. I need a sugar daddy. I need a sugar mommy. That's what I need. Hey, sugar mommies. Take an application. Is it called a sugar mommy? I don't know. I definitely don't want a sugar daddy. Please, no dudes. I'm good. I like ladies. Thanks. Are you getting an ATV for the backcountry? Nope. And even when I said it in that video, I was just dreaming. Just some thoughts that come in my mind. And sure, it would be cool. It would be cool to have a spot, like a storage locker, where I kept an off-grid trailer where I just link up the little baby trailer and it's got all the toys in it. It's got the quad. It's got the mountain bike. It's got the boat. Just a little tiny trailer with all the goodies attached to it so I can take it out and go have some fun. Dreams. Just dreams. That's it. It's be fun. It's a nice thought. It would be fun. I got a notification from Patreon that says your recent lens clip video just got 101 views and 8 comments.
Hey Patreon, check it out, man. Live streaming on YouTube right now. What's up, everybody?
Oh, Patreon. Oh, Michelle, thank you for that. Maybe a dirt bike. Terry, no, I can't do the dirt bike thing for the reason that I have a dog, and if I had an ATV like a quad, I could build a little thing to take Cruzy Bear with me. Because I travel with a dog, he is my number one thought when I go somewhere. I don't leave the van alone because of him. Unless it's grocery shopping, I do that stuff first thing in the morning. But I got the dog to think about. And going out and doing adventures away from the van and leaving him behind isn't going to happen. He's my world, dude. He's my everything. And I couldn't imagine a day without that boy. I felt the same way when I had my last bulldog, Disco. I enjoy having a companion around. Ram Pro Van Life, thanks for the super chat. Bought my van 8 months ago and now putting in the floor and framing and insulation. See? And that's a smart way to do it. 8 months is a long time, though. But that's what I always say, guys. Spend some time with your vehicle to know exactly what you want with the space, because it's not your apartment. It's not a house. It's not a bedroom. It's a totally different space. And if it's not utilized perfectly, your van's going to be very unfunctional. So spend some time in it, and your van will end up being like mine. My van, it's perfect. It's got everything I need, 100% perfectly put exactly where it needs to be. I've seen vans that are about the size of a studio apartment. Hey, Debbie, thank you so much for joining YouTube memberships. I appreciate that. Oh, you guys, I'm getting tired of sitting here in the front seat. Cruzy Bear is back sleeping. He gave up on the dream of going for a walk. He's like, Dad, it's too nice outside. What are we doing inside? It's like 1 o'clock and we've been inside. We've been inside talking to you guys for a little while when it's super beautiful out. It was 22 degrees Celsius here yesterday. I think today is going to be another warm one too. Frederick, thank you so much for that. Frederick, I appreciate it. Spit it out, Chrome. I appreciate it. Have you taken the new upgrade into the backcountry? A tiny bit. We took it up about 10 minutes up a mountain road the other day. It was in a video the other day. That was my laundry video, I think. We took it out and played around with it just a little bit. But I haven't had the chance to full send it in the bush yet, because we're waiting for the new differential to go in here with a properly geared rear end, because my van's lacking in a bit of power right now because of the bigger tires. So once all of that stuff is done, you can guarantee I'm about to full send this B word way out in the bush. I think that's the name of my van. I've been calling it the B word a lot lately. A lot. I think I'm going to call my van the Big Bad B Word. Hey, that'll be the name of it, the Big Bad B Word. I don't want to say it on YouTube. People get mad when I swear. I swear all the time. Like, people come by my van, I just drop F-bombs. It's who I am. But I try my hardest to keep things advertiser-friendly and family-friendly here on the channel. Kurt, thank you so much for the love, man. I appreciate it. You guys are great. Yeah, not bad boy. The Big Bad B Word is not boy. Big Bad Bertha? No, because Bertha's not a swear word. Call it the GOAT. Greatest of all time. Oh, that's pretty cool. GOAT. How often do I visit the United States? I haven't been to the United States since about 2010. It's been a long time since I've been down there. It's been a while. Oh, Chrome is swearing? I swear all the fucking time. Oops. My bad. My bad. The Big Bad Beaver. That's hilarious. That'd be the Canadian way to think. It's the Big Bad Beaver. I heard something funny the other day. I tuned into the radio and I heard about the cost of lumber. And I heard, you know what I mean, that construction sites need to protect their lumber because people are stealing their lumber. And in the same thing, I can't remember where it happened, in Saskatchewan or something like that. that somebody had a whole huge pile of fence posts. I think they said there was like 50 fence posts. They're building a fence around the perimeter of their property, and they woke up and all the fence posts were gone. Because the cost of lumber, they were like, okay, the fence posts were stolen. Turns out that a beaver not far from their place had come up, stolen all the wood from the property, taken it down to the pond or wherever it was, and the beaver stole it all. The beaver was like, hey, sweet, something to build a dam with, and stole all the wood. Could you imagine how hard that beaver worked to drag those big fence posts down to the pond or wherever it was? Hilarious. That was just recently. If that's not a Canadian story, if you've ever heard one, when things get stolen by the local beaver, that's hilarious. Oh, Canada. You guys, easy in the comments there. That's hilarious. Lots of questions about the ambulance, so guys. Go back and watch the replay on this one. We've talked about the ambulance quite a bit. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm getting tired. It's time for me and Cruz to go find a place out here somewhere and curl up in the grass and have a nap after a walk, because I think Cruz wants to have a little bit of a walk. Bradley, thank you so much for the super chat. Hey man, are you going to try to get back to Newfoundland? Yeah, I would love to go to Newfoundland. Yeah, guys, I really, I can't wait for all these things to open up so we can get back on the road again. Because now that my daughter's getting a little bit older out here, she's kind of been attached to her own life and stuff out here, so we don't see each other as often. Anytime I go back to the mainland, I always sneak her out, even if it's just for a bite to eat for breakfast. But I as she's getting a little older here, it's going to allow us to stay on the road a little bit more and maybe fly her out to me in the summers and stuff like that when she wants to come visit. So that would be the plan for the future. But yeah, I'd love to come spend some serious time on the East Coast. Serious time, like spend months and spend like half a year out there between Nova Scotia, Cape Breton, and Newfoundland. Just months of it. I would love to come out to Newfoundland when the icebergs roll through. That's just my gosh, just the thought of seeing a fat ice cube roll by a big huge area just seems pretty awesome. Duncan Lewis, thank you so much for that. Thoughts on a 4x4 Isuzu box truck instead of a van? Got the new truck and am planning to sell my Econoline. I don't have any thoughts on that stuff. Yeah, a box truck, that's a big vehicle. For someone like me, that doesn't seem appealing for me because I like the backcountry so much that getting something that's too cumbersome out there in the bush gets to be really tough. Because once you have something that's that demanding on those Forest Service roads or the higher mountain trails, you're very cumbersome, which means if you encounter another vehicle on that backcountry road, you're screwed. Because somebody's got to move. And I wouldn't want to be the person on the bottom side of that hill, because whoever's on the top of the hill has the right of way. That's the backcountry rule. So if you're going up and you've got something that's hogging the trail, somebody's got to back out. And if I had something that cumbersome, that's a long way to back out to get off to the side enough for someone to come flying through. So for me, when it comes to a larger vehicle, that's where the ambulance gets a bit iffy, because it's fat. The ambulance has a big butt. It does. It's got a ginormous butt. My van is skinny all the way to the back. That ambulance goes right out, because it used to be a dually, remember? So that back end has got some wide hips on that ambulance. So it's gonna affect some backcountry travel for sure. But that's where I like this van. I like the footprint of this Econoline van because it fits on the trail, fits in all parking spots, fits within parking regulations in any town or city. It's got no limitations because technically it's just a standard vehicle that's a little bit taller. See you later, Coach. Nice having you on the stream, buddy. You just pushed them off the road. Somebody's going to be pushing off the road, and it's probably them going to be pushing me. Is my van a 4x4? Nope, my van is a 2-wheel drive. Joshy, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Prince Edward Island is pretty cool, man. I spent 3 days in Prince Edward Island and didn't run my camera for a single one. I do that on my travels. I soak in things for myself sometimes, and Prince Edward Island was one of those ones I took in for me. Was just cool to see red dirt. I really did I make a video in Prince Edward Island? I don't think, maybe I did. I was there for 3 days. I don't think I filmed anything though. Van Island with Ryan. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, so I mean, and that's what makes me think about, what if I fall in love with the ambulance a year into this build and I'm like, this is it, I want to move into it. That's some of the things that I'm going to learn. So that's a cool thing about having the ambulance, though, is that my jaw's getting tired from talking so much. It's a cool thing about having the ambulance, too, is that once it's built out with walls and a floor, I'll probably throw my mattress in it, wire my cooler up, and maybe go out and spend some time in the ambulance to see what it's like to live in a wider vehicle, to let you guys know what it's like parking in the towns or cities, how it affects any backcountry driving being that much wider. I would love to spend some serious time in that van before I build it out. Because I don't want to put any build work into it if I haven't spent some time in it, because that thing is completely different than this van. So, but it's cool though. At least I'll be able to let you guys know what it's like having something wider and bigger, because it's definitely a lot bigger. I'll never put a 4x4 conversion in this van. Never. My van doesn't have the power behind the engine to support what that would require. No. So that's why I'm limited on this van. I didn't buy this van to build it out, though. Remember, I bought this van for my DJ business to haul gear. I had no plans on moving into it 3 weeks after I bought it. It just kind of happened. But yeah, so I have limitations with this thing. That's why we did the lift, and we're just gonna do a rear locking differential in the back and call it done. That gives me half of a 4-wheel drive, which should be plenty for anything that I do. Am I putting a shower in the ambulance? Definitely not. Definitely not. So many people think you need to put a shower inside of a vehicle, and I think putting a shower inside of a vehicle is not something that I want to do, because that's a huge amount of square footage that I just don't want to dedicate to a small space. Will I put an outdoor shower? You damn bet I'm going to. There's going to be a way to run hot water in that thing so I can stand outside and shower. Now, I think if you're going to think about putting a shower in a vehicle, that's how to do it. Make an outside one, because it's easy for me here to find somewhere in the city to back up to a tree, open up my doors where nobody can see me and have a shower. Easy peasy. But to dedicate valuable interior space when you have something that's got this much space to begin with, I think that's my opinion though. I think that's a very poor use of space on the inside of a small vehicle. Some people feel like they need luxuries like that, and I think they just feel like they need them before they put them in. If you have a box truck, give her. Because box trucks are about the same size as a small downtown Vancouver apartment. Give her. You got lots of space in that thing. But yeah, in an ambulance, or no. But depends on what your needs are. If you're just a person that requires that shower every night before bed, and you're the kind of person that wants to fill up water on a constant basis, then give her. There's so many showers around. I ran into 2 free showers on Vancouver Island that I found the other day. It was awesome. Plus, I have my Anytime Fitness membership. The need of a shower inside of a vehicle is just not a thing. I see Grumpy Old Van's in here. What's up, buddy? All right, you guys, we've been streaming for, is that actually 2 hours now? Woo-wee. Yes, I got my winch. It should be going in the van pretty soon. Camper Van Kevin, what's up, buddy? Nice to see you on the stream, man. That's pretty cool. Hopefully the pups and stuff are doing good. I pop in and check on your channel once in a while. I'm not big at watching other YouTube channels, but I do pop in and check on all you guys from time to time. Nice to see you on here, buddy. Anyway, you guys, we're going to let you guys go here. We're literally seconds from 2 hours on this live stream, and I said I was only going to do it for 1 hour, but I'm super stoked that I learned something today. I learned that if we live stream from my laptop, that the streams are way better than they are when I do them on my cell phone. So from now on, we will not be doing streams from my cell phone. We'll continue to do them right here. And I just want to say thanks, guys, for coming by today. Thanks for spending a few hours with us. I really appreciate it. And I seriously love you guys. I really do. I know it seems weird because I don't know any of you guys personally, but I seriously do, because my life wouldn't be where it is today if it wasn't for all of you guys. And that's why I put in all the work, because I appreciate you guys being here. And I feel like there's a relationship even though I don't know you. You know what I mean? Because I think about this all the time. This is all I think about. When I wake up, it's YouTube. When in the middle of my day, YouTube. Something exciting happens, YouTube. End of my day, YouTube. It's you guys. Come on, man. I've never had this many people give me this much attention in my life. I am 100% devoted to you guys. So whatever I can do for you, please let me know. If there's anything you need from me content-wise, please let me know. If there's something that I need to change, I won't do that. So sorry. I'll always be me. Weirdos unite. Like me or leave me. That's my motto. But seriously, guys, if there's anything I can do as a creator to help you guys out with your van life journey or anything like that, I am 100% down to be there for you guys in that way. So if you guys have serious video content stuff that you need, email us at hi@vancityvanlife.ca if you have video topics that you would love me to cover. Okay, if you have general questions, guys, please go back and just type on my channel Q&A. There's lots of Q&A videos on there, but I will be happy to make full-blown videos for you guys if I can be of any help at all. Do I color my hair or beard? I did at the beginning of my YouTube channel. My face was super dark back then. Now, well, I'm full on chrome now, and I've embraced it. Oh my gosh. Okay, making sure I didn't miss any super chats. If I did, you guys, thank you so much. Nomad Bike, thanks for that, bro. Panda Forest, that's a dope name. Thanks for joining YouTube memberships. I really appreciate it. And I think I've got everything. If I missed anybody, so sorry. And thanks for watching, you guys. I'll see you guys all on the next one. Where's that button here? End live stream. Thanks for love, you guys. See you soon. Cruzy, want to say bye? He gave up. He's tapped out. See you guys in the next one. Are we done?